I am back, everybody. Can everybody hear me? I currently show 0 viewers, so I'm assuming no. I'm assuming that no one can hear me. Hey, Dutch Yoda, proper sound. Okay, well, here's the thing, though. That was said earlier, and then it broke on me midstream, so I apologize. Now, I did what true IT professionals do. I closed it and restarted it. So, pro tip, if you want to work in IT. All that being said, I apologize greatly for knocks on wood. By the way, welcome back. I'm so sorry, everybody. That was awful, and I apologize for that. But we're right back into it. So once again, I'm going to give y'all a very brief overview of how this game works. In general, you are either playing Moloch or you are playing the Outpost. The goal of the game, if you are playing the Moloch player, is to try and get to New York with cards in your deck or robots in the city. There's 5 different city areas, and each city area has multiple battles that you can fight. And the way that you do that is you play cards from your hand to like battle stations within each battle zone. So the way that works is Moloch always goes first. So he already went first. And now it's my turn. So I'm the Outpost player, and at the start of every turn, you draw 2 cards. So I've drawn these 2 cards, which these are really good cards. The cards that have these little gears on the left side are instant cards, and both players have them. The Outpost has a lot more of these cards, and they do really good things. So, for instance, if we're looking over at the Sniper just has an instant ability that kills any robots. Ninja Knot's here. Woohoo! My brother! David, help me. Help me, David. I'm playing by myself. I never do this. Actually, Captain Link, somebody help me. This is not my normal thing. This card is also awesome because it can cities will get destroyed as battles happen. So each zone has a few different each city has a few different battle zones, and once both of those battles are fought, that city is destroyed. The Moloch player gets to move robots from city to city, 1 robot, but the Outpost player does not. All of the units that I leave in this Ziggy 1 area right here. And let's see if I can get this to show up. So over here, this kind of shows you the city or the zone that you're in. And I apologize, it's cut off a little bit, but I'm trying to show you as much as I can because all the important info is here. We're in Ziggy 1, and those 2 circles right next to the name say that we're going to have 2 battles in Ziggy 1. So the other thing that is told over there is the current strength for the battle that you're fighting. So right here in the middle, let's see here. Right here in the middle, that's the current district that we are fighting over. And in that district, there are a few different spaces that can hold units. The robots, Moloch, has a few fewer spaces than the Outpost player because they have stronger units. And then the Outpost player has 4 little circles on the bottom side, and that means that I can put 4 units in those spaces. And that's really good. I want to do that. But I want to do it in a particular order because a lot of units have when they enter the city effects. So for instance, let's see here. The scout says when you enter the city, you move another soldier to an adjacent city, things like that. Sorry, let me turn these off really quickly. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to, the Moloch always goes first, then we get a chance to react. Then Moloch gets a module phase where he can basically add attachments to his robots if he has any robots, which we're going to try and take care of. And then there's a battle that happens. So you compare strength, and whoever has the most strength is the winner. And if you see over here on the left, these little symbols on the green line and the red line over here, you can see that each particular battle will have a certain outcome. So for me, as the Outpost, since we have that 1 card with a slash through it on this battle zone, that means that if I win this battle, I get to discard a card from the Moloch deck, which I want to do. I want to burn through as many cards as I can because we each start with a certain number of cards, and as soon as we can get all of the cards burned from the Moloch deck, then we will win, essentially. We have to burn through all Moloch's cards before he gets to New York. So that's the goal. So far in the city, Moloch has played the transporter. Now, the transporter has 2 strength, and when he enters the city, Moloch gets to draw 1 card from his deck, which is bad, but this isn't too bad. I think I can maybe do something about this. So I could just use this sniper card. So on my turn as the Outpost, I can play as many instant cards as I want to, and I can play up to my 4 units in the city here. So I don't want to do all of that right now, but I do want to see if I can do something about this card. So let's see here. This heavy machine gun's pretty cool because I could start to, when I win a battle, he puts 2 strength on one of my units. So that might be cool to do if I can beat Moloch in the strength. Hey, Eric. Yeah, sorry, I just gave a quick rundown of how the game plays, and now we're going to try and make sure we get through this before the Troglodytes gameplay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play an instant card. So I'm going to play the War Council. This one just lets me draw 3 cards and keep 2 of them. So right here, I've drawn 3 cards that are okay. They're not fantastic, but they're not too bad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do some comboing and show you a little bit of how the game works. So I'm not going to get the Patriot. I'm going to get the Runner, and I'm going to get the Scout. So you don't have to play cards in your current city. You can't play cards in a destroyed city, but you can play cards. You can play cards in future cities, and if you do that, in fact, you get a +1 strength. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple of my units and see if I can give them a little bit of a bonus. So let's see here. So I'm going to play a card, not the medic. Let's see what I want to play. I want to play the Runner because the Runner has the ability. So I'm going to move over here. This is a future city that we'll have to fight. This is the Iron Gate. So I'm going to play the Runner in a future city. Now, as you can see, since I've played the Runner in a future city, he now has a little plus symbol on his name. And you can see that he normally has a strength of 1, but now he has a strength of +1. And the reason he got a bump in his strength is because I played him in a future city where nobody was, where there was not an enemy present. And when that happens, you get a bonus. Now what I'm going to do is I've buffed him by 1. He also has an action, and you can play his action. You can use his action during your action phase. So it says once per turn, I can move him to an adjacent city. Now this is I can move him backwards or forwards. If I moved him forwards, he would get another +1. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move him backwards 1 space. So I'm going to go ahead and activate his ability. And that says now I can move. So I'm going to pick, I could either pick the left hand or the right hand, but I'm going to pick left. And now he moves back to the current battle zone. So as you can see up here on the top left, now the battle strength is even because I've given my guy a +1. And so now he has as much strength as the Moloch player. So that's pretty good. But the, oh no, sorry, Luke. I put on Do Not Disturb. This is a screen capture app, so anything that comes up, you'll see. So I apologize. I'm not stressed. This is a lot of fun. Let's see here. This is a top portal game. Yeah, so I agree, Ruben. This game is fantastic, and the app is super cool. It's really, I've played it like 7 or 8 times in the last couple of days. It's a lot of fun. So now we're even with Moloch, but Moloch gets a chance to react after we play our units. He gets a modules phase. No, David, don't text me crazy stuff right now. So Moloch gets a reaction. So he gets a module phase where he can attach modules to his robots. Now there's 2 things we could do to combat that. We could destroy his robots, because then there's nothing that he could attach modules to, or we can just get to a point where we feel like we have enough strength where he couldn't realistically do anything about the battle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a similar combo that I just did. I'm going to put down the heavy machine gun, and I'm going to put him in a future city. So now he gets the ability of, he gets a +1 strength. Now he's stuck there right now, but I also have another card called the Scout. Let me see, let me make sure that's the one I want to play. Yeah, so when he enters a city, no, wrong city. Sorry, I'm going to push the little X on the right side to take that action back and go back here and make sure he plays in the right city. When you play the Scout in a city, you can move a soldier to an adjacent city. So that's fantastic. I want to do that. I'm going to move the heavy machine gun, and I'm going to move him back into this battle. So now if you look at our strength, we're looking pretty good. We're +3. The only thing is I don't feel completely safe with that battle strength, because there are modules that the Moloch has that can either net and disable my people, or he has one that's just like a +3. So he has a robot that he can play an attachment to right now. So I think I want to play one more trooper just to be safe. And I will, oh, this is fantastic. So I get to draw another card when that trooper comes into the battlefield. And I drew the task force unit, which is fantastic. The task force lets me pull a unit in a city back into my hand. And this is great because there's one unit that I have that'll kill somebody when he goes into a city. So now I've got a strength of 5, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think we're okay for this battle, so I'm going to go ahead and resolve this battle. To do that, you'll hit pass up on the top right to pass your turn. And then the app says, are you sure? Are you really sure? You're going to lose. Are you positive? Yes, I'm positive. End round. Let's see what happens. Now, Moloch gets to react. So let's see. He gets to play some modules. Is he going to play anything? He didn't play anything. We win. So that's fantastic. We won this one battle within this region. So that means that we are going to get to discard a card. And since we had this unit right here, this heavy machine gun, whenever we win a battle, I get to put a +2 on another unit. So I'm going to spread out the love a little bit and give this trooper +2. So now, as you can see, the strength in the top left is updated. We're up to 7, which is great. So we will pass, and we move to the discard phase, where we will discard, because we won the battle, and that's great. Because the whole goal is to get rid of the Moloch deck as quickly as we possibly can. I haven't drawn some of my cards that let me do that really effectively. Right now I'm just going on winning battles, which is not the best. I wish I could actually have some of my discard units out. And now that we've done the battle resolution, we're going to move to the next zone. So we're still in Ziggy 1, but now we're going to have another battle phase, and Moloch gets to take action, so he can put out more units. He can play an instant card if he wants to, so he has a chance to affect us some. So let's see. Okay, so he's put out a unit that has 2 strength and no other special abilities. Oh, crap. He put out the Ripper. This is a really good card. So the Ripper lets him take an action, and he can take it as many times as he wants. He can discard a card to just destroy a soldier. So he did that once, which there's pros and cons to that Ripper card. He can discard cards from his hand as much as he wants to just kill my soldiers. It's good, but at the same time, he's getting rid of his cards. So, which is what I want to happen. Now, I could do, okay, so I've gotten a move card, which is fantastic for the Outpost. We have lots of enter the city effects, so moving from city to city really helps us out. We also have an electromagnetic field that we've drawn, which would help me because we are, let's see what I've got. I've got the runner who could move to an adjacent city, so that's not bad. But I don't think I want to just give up this battle yet. So the only thing that stinks about this is, let's see here. What could I do? I've got a unit, crud, in this city. So I'm in kind of a tough spot. I could, if I wanted to, burn this sniper card to just get rid of a robot. The only problem with that is that there are much better robots in his deck than what is currently on the battlefield. I don't necessarily want to lose a battle, but I think I may need to give up a battle to save my better cards to react to what he's going to do later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the electromagnetic field here. This is just a 0 strength card that says Moloch can't move a robot to the next city. So it's going to give me a little bit of help in the next city. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and activate the runner and tell him, you know what, get out of Dodge, move to the next city. And since he moved to a future city, as you can see, now he has a strength of +2. So now he's a 3 strength person. So I have 5 strength in that city already from 2 units that are normally 1 strength. So putting your units into future cities can be really powerful. And that's one of the reasons why I'm saving that sniper card, because Moloch has a card where he just puts it in the future and just moves back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And before you know it, it's like an 8 strength unit, and it is scary as all get out. Okay, scary beyond all reason. So, and I have my medic card that will let me, these 2 units are going to be stuck after this battle, and the city is going to be destroyed. But I do have a card that will let me pull one of them into my hand, so I'm okay for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this pass. Moloch's probably not going to play any modules. At least I wouldn't expect him to. So he's just going to pass because he wins, and Moloch winning is bad because he gets to demolish an additional district. So he's going to destroy this zone. Then we're going to move to the next zone. He's going to destroy that too. That's what happens when Moloch wins. In addition to that, sometimes he can kill your units, which is it's just bad. It's bad all around if Moloch wins. He moves closer to New York whenever he wins, and he sometimes kills your units. We also have some cities, as you can see right here. Okay, fantastic. I drew some pretty good cards. And Moloch didn't do anything. He didn't activate. He didn't put any units. So I'm going to win this battle. And since I am going to win this battle, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my runner before the battle resolves to the next city, which will give him another +1. So now he is a 4 strength unit. And the reason that I'm doing that is even if I win this zone right here, this is a bomb zone. You can tell because there's a bomb. And as you know, Moloch loves bombs. And what happens is after you resolve a bomb city, regardless of the outcome, both sides lose a unit. So we'll go ahead and resolve this. I don't necessarily want to play any cards because he's really giving me nothing to react to. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pass and end the round. Now Moloch has a chance to play modules. You can't play a module if you have no robots out. So if you can get rid of all of the robots in the city before the modules phase, you're golden. He has nothing to play them to. So that's one of the strategies that I use is removing them, putting them back in the hand, sniping them, doing whatever I can, moving them away, just to make sure that, or actually Moloch moves people away, but you can do things to make sure that the robots get out of the city. So then he has no robots to attach modules to, basically. So we won this one, which means that we get to pick out of these two which ones that we want to discard. Out of this one, this Dreadnought is super scary. It's a 3 strength that is immune to outpost soldiers and building abilities. So I want to get rid of that one. The blocker card that he also had is a good one as well, but I just want to get rid of that other one. Now we have to, I have to lose a unit. So this is bad. He gets to kill one of my guys and I don't really get to do anything to him. But we move to the next zone, and this is kind of how the game plays. Currently, and I apologize, the Moloch's hand is blocked by the overlay, but he has 20 cards in his deck and 9 cards in hand, which honestly, that's not good. I'm worried about the outcome of this game. So he played an instant. Most of Moloch's instant cards are either move his people or move other people away. So he has some stuff that he can do. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, now we can get tricky. So he moved his transporter, which allows him to draw a card from his deck whenever he comes in the city. That's fine. Don't care. What we're going to do is we are going to play Captain Johnson. She is fantastic. Captain Johnson says, whenever you win a battle, discard the top card from the Moloch's deck. This is just a super good ability. It discards an additional card to what you would normally discard for winning the battle. This one's really good. I also have the kid who copies somebody else's enter the battle effect. So let's see if I can do something tricky here. Let's see. I've got the runner. I could move him back. Let's see here. I'm going to move him back to this city to help out. So now we've got a strength of 4. I do not think that he has a module that he could play that could beat a strength of 4. Now, he does have a module, and I don't know if he has it in his deck, that can reduce the number of units I can play in a city. So he can make it to where I can only play 3 instead of 4. And if I have a unit there, he kills it. Or he has a module that will net one of my soldiers, basically making them useless. So he can do things, but I think I'm probably safe. And you know what? Just to make sure that I'm safe, I'm going to play the sudden attack instant card. And this one says skip the modules phase. So right now we have a strength of 4. And we're just going to win this battle. Because you can see, if you click over here on this little exclamation point, over on the right side of the screen, you can see the cards that are currently active. And this one basically says we're not going to have a modules phase. So I'll go ahead and hit pass. And we're going to win this round, which is fantastic because we're going to get to discard an additional card because of our Captain Johnson unit. So that's going to happen. We're getting rid of the Hornet, which is, let's see here, once per turn, Oh, this one's great. That's the one that he always plays in the future and moves back and forth and makes her more powerful. So we're going to get that. Then for winning the battle, we're going to get to draw 2 more cards. Oh my gosh. So this is an example of one of the scary robots that he has, a Juggernaut that just has 5 strength. I'm going to kill that. Yes, please. And so now I can start thinking about using my sniper card, because that Juggernaut is kind of, that Juggernaut or that Hornet or what I usually save that sniper card for. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. And we're going to move to the next zone. I also have, let's see here, what's Moloch going to do? I also have an ability to move Captain Johnson to the next city. So that's really good as well. We're chewing down his deck a little bit, but let's see. He just put a card in that gives a robot +2 strength. That's not the best. So now we're tied. And the Annihilator. Oh no. Okay, so let's look at what we got so far. This is all very good. Okay, so what I drew, not the situation. Reduce the number of outposts. So this is the one that reduces the number of outposts that I have by 1. He also has, that's a 3 strength unit. That one's really good. He also has a transporter that has been buffed to give +2 strength to it. That one's really good. He also has a hybrid that put that +2 strength. So now we are down 3 strength. I have options, but we're gonna have to get tricky here. So I wish I had my soldier that killed somebody when he came in the city. That would be so good. I'm thinking I might have to use my sniper here. I might have to use my sniper, and if I'm gonna snipe somebody, I think I want to snipe the Annihilator. So I'm gonna use the sniper. The sniper just says kill a robot. Very simple, just kill a robot. All right, so I'm gonna kill the Annihilator. Or should I kill the, no, I think I'm gonna kill the Annihilator. And if you do something like this and you want to take it back immediately, you can by pushing the little X on the right side, right next to that bomb, down at the right side of the screen. But I think I'm good with that. We're now tied on strength. And I think what I want to do is, let's see here. I could play Lieutenant Callahan. That increases the strength of all of my soldiers by 1, including himself. So now, as you can see, we are much better on strength. But I'm still not 100%. I'm still not 100% on this. Let's see here. I think I might need to make myself a little bit stronger. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. What could I pull? So I have a medic that could pull a unit from this destroyed city. I have the heavy machine gun back here, which is good. It's a 3 unit. I may do that. I'm going to play the medic and pull this heavy machine gun back into my hand. Now it's going to lose its buff, which is bad. But then I'm going to put it down in this city, and now we're at 8 strength. If we win the battle, we discard 2 cards, and I put a +2 token on somebody because of all of my units. Now, he does have modules, and we do have to survive the modules phase. But I'm hoping that something good will happen here. So we're into the modules phase. Let's see what he does. Let's see how he reacts. Ugh. I apologize. Oh no. If this family group text gets going, I'm in trouble. I may have to, okay. All right, so he did play some modules, and he is going to wreck our business. Yeah. So he played the module that reduces, that was awful. I got distracted, I apologize. He played the module that reduced my battle stations by 1, which he killed my very best unit, the one that I love so much, the captain. And he won the battle, which means he gets to demolish an additional district, which is awful. And now my people are stuck. So that was really bad. That was bad. That was a bad turn. The modules, this is why I love to, if at all possible, and I haven't drawn the units that really allow me to do this. Oh, he didn't destroy, he destroyed Lieutenant Callahan. Captain Johnson is still there. Ooh. But if I move Captain Johnson, he's probably going to kill her. Okay, so let's see here. I can't use the runner's ability anymore because he's in a previous city. Let's see here. So I could just go for straight up battle strength. So I've got the trooper, and I have drawn the perfect card. Okay, so I've drawn Scorn. Scorn is fantastic. So Scorn has a wonderful effect that says when he comes in the battlefield, kill a robot, which I will do. That goes away. Now, I don't want to lose Scorn, And if I leave him at this city, the Moloch is absolutely going to use the bomb on Scorn. So I'm gonna try not to let that happen. The way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to move Scorn to a future city. All right, so he doesn't get to kill anybody for moving to that city, but he survives, and we can use his abilities again later. So now we have a strength of +2. There are no robots in this city that can have a module attached to them, which basically means we win this battle. And I don't want to lose Captain Johnson, the one that allows me to discard 2 cards. So I'm just going to go with the plain victory effect here, which lets me discard one of those cards. Now the bomb happens, he gets to kill one of my units, which is bad, but it's okay. Because next city, we can try again. He's down to 9 cards in hand, 12 cards in his deck. This is looking bad. I don't know. We haven't had any of our cards that have the enter the battlefield discard cards effect, which is really what I want to have. So let's see here. We have Recon and the Hacker. So the Hacker's cool because it deactivates, it puts a deactivation token on a robot, which will deactivate its abilities. So that one's cool. But really, we're kind of, let's see here. This is kind of, this is kind of a situation where we maybe just want to go for battle strength. So I'm gonna play a move, and I'm gonna move Captain Johnson to the next city. So that puts her in this district that we're currently fighting for. We now have a strength of 1. And I'm probably going to put down a bunker. Bunker just increases the strength of all of the soldiers by 1, which is good. And then I think I am now going to use this task force in this way. So I'm going to use the... Actually, you know what I could do? I could just use the scout. So I'm gonna use the scout, which says move a soldier to an adjacent city. So I'm gonna move Scorn to an adjacent city, and he's gonna go into the current district where we're fighting, and then we can go ahead and kill that spider, and they have no robots now to attach modules to. So this is how you can see some of these combos working, where you can really kind of affect what Moloch's doing, because you can take away any robot he has to attach modules to. All right, so we got rid of the gas cannon, however you say that. That is fantastic because that's just a 4 strength unit. It's tough to get rid of, and we just got rid of it by discarding it. So now we get to discard another card from the deck because of the battle effect. So now we're kind of chugging through Moloch's deck. And the cool thing is once you chug through his deck, anytime you make him discard a card, you can either kill robots or discard cards from his hand. So that kind of helps out quite a bit. And right now he has 13 cards in hand, and he's going to kill my captain. Oh, that's the worst. Okay, so Moloch also has cards that can let you kill people when they enter the battlefield. He's going to push Scorn back into a previous city, which is bad. I do have a way to get Scorn back into the city, but that was a brutal turn that Moloch just took. Oh, that's fantastic. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to use, I know we lost Captain Johnson, and she's like my favorite. She's my favorite character. She's so good. Okay, so we're going to move. We're going to move Scorn right back into the city. They pushed him away. We're going to say move, come right back. And when he enters the city, he destroys a unit. So I want to discard, let's see. I want to discard Brain because Brain has an ability that I don't like. So that one's destroyed. Now I think what I want to do is I want to play the task force. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Recon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play the kid. I'm going to play the kid and use. So the kid, whenever he enters the battlefield, he copies the ability of somebody else in that zone, in that city or district battlefield, however you say it. So I'm going to copy Scorn's ability and kill a robot. The robot's gone. And here's what I want to do. I want to have Scorn in my hand to react to what they do. So I'm going to pull the task force down. And when the task force enters the city, he allows me to pull a card back into my hand. So I'm going to pull Scorn back into my hand and then resolve this battle. and we only have 5 cards left to chew through in Moloch's deck, and he does have a lot of cards in hand. So we actually have the same right now. We have 5 cards in our deck, 10 cards in hand. Now we discard a hunter, which is great because the hunter gets rid of our units when they come into the battlefield. And now we move to this next battlefield. Now I'm expecting, oh, what is he doing? He's going to move. Oh, he's taking a robot back into his hand. Who's he taking? The Ripper. Oh no. Okay, well that's okay. He's going to kill our guy probably, but the Ripper can be killed. And we've started to draw some of our commandos. These are fantastic. Okay, this is going to be, we have a chance. We'll see how this works. This is going to be close. So he pulled the Ripper back into his hand, and then he did nothing. So, that being said, I am just going to go ahead and pass and let this battle resolve itself. So we win. We get to discard 2 of the opponent's cards in this city. So we want to win as much as we possibly can in this zone because a lot of these effects are really good. He now has 0 cards in hand, or 0 cards in his deck and 12 cards in hand. We can start making him get rid of those with some of the cards that we have left in our hand. Now, he's probably going to kill our dude, but that's okay because we have Scorn in hand that we can use to kill him. Okay, yeah, he's going to kill him. That's fine. That's fine. You're dying, friend. You're going to die. All right. Oh, this is awesome. This is so good. Okay. So I lost my scout. No big deal. He has no cards in hand. So what I can do is, actually, I probably want to do, so if you play, since he has no cards in hand, if I were to play this commando, since he has no cards to discard from his deck, I would get to kill a robot. But if I play this card in a second, I'll get to discard cards from his hand. So I think I want to leave that robot for now, and I actually want to use Scorn because Scorn's ability is to kill a robot. So that's all he can do. If I were to play Scorn second, if I were to play the commando to kill a robot and then play Scorn, Scorn would do nothing. But now I have a commando in my hand that I can use to either discard a card from his hand or kill a robot. So I think what I want to do is I want to try and, let's see here. I want to, let's see. Okay, War Council just lets me draw cards, so that's cool. I'll do that. I want to keep, yeah, so I want to get rid of Nestigov. This guy has a cool ability that lets me steal modules from Moloch, but at this point I want to go into full hardcore discard cards mode. And here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep these 2 cards and get rid of Nestigov guy, and then I'm going to go straight in and just discard cards as fast as possible. So I played my commando. I got rid of 2 of his cards. He now has 8 cards in hand. And now I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to pass and just end the round. He has no robots to attach that module to. And let's see here. So we are going to discard the Brute from his hand, and we are going to discard a module from his hand that allows him to move soldiers. This is so good. So I really think we have a chance here. We've done really well so far. So let's go ahead and hit pass, and let me see. Oh, we're really close on time. I got to finish this game. I apologize. So we're moving to the next city. We're going to see what he does, see how he reacts. He did nothing. Oh man, I feel so good about this. And I just got a move card that can move Scorn in from a previous city to kill somebody too. This is great. I'm feeling really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass. He has no robots out. He has no modules. Yeah, this is a very cool game, Rowan. This is really, really cool. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. And somebody commented earlier that said they don't know why this didn't sell quite as well. I agree. This game is super fun and thinky. Now the app version is implemented really well. It's really smooth and it works really well. But I'll check out games of this at night when I'm getting ready to go to bed. So I get to discard 2 opponent's cards. Wait, 1 or 2? Yeah, 2. So he only has 6 cards left in hand. At the end of this battle, he's only going to have 4 cards left in hand. And I think what may have happened is he might only have modules left. And if he does, we win. So that we'll probably be able to tell from this next section here. What's he going to do on his turn? He's got nothing. I think we got him. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I have 2 cards in a previous city that let me discard cards when I move them, and I just happened to draw the retreat card. So the retreat lets me move 2 units. I'm going to pick 1 unit, commando, move him into the next city. Moloch has to discard a card. He has a unit. Why didn't he play it? Interesting. Okay. Now I get to pick another unit to move, commando, discard a card. Fantastic. He now has 2 cards in hand. And basically at the end of the game, if he doesn't have a robot, if he has no cards in his deck, which he currently has no cards, and he doesn't have a robot in New York, he loses. And we have 3 more stations to go till New York, so we're going to win this one. Oh man, I was telling everybody in the group last night, I was like, there's a 0% chance that I win on stream, and I think I'm going to. This is fantastic. All right, so we get to discard a card, and then we move on to the last battle. He's got 1 card, and unless it's the win the game card, I think we're okay. He's got nothing. All right, so he played zero robots. He has nothing to attach any modules to. So we're going to go ahead and hit pass. And friends, we just destroyed Moloch. Gone. We win. He discarded the last thing he had, which was a pushback action. That's fantastic. So basically, we stopped Moloch before he got to New York. And that right there is a screenshot. I win. Yes, I win. It's so good. Oh man, I was worried there at the start of this game. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to pull this out because I wasn't getting any of those Commando or Captain Johnson cards that let you discard extra cards. That's really the goal. That's really the goal of the game. I did it. Yeah. I know I've been playing. So I had to do some research and play this game a few times to make sure I understood how it worked. It was really tough work, but somebody had to do it. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I am going to try and give our next, oh no, sorry. Gosh, I've got to get that screen notification thing figured out. I agree. This is a really, really good game. And now I want to get the physical version, even though I know this is something my wife probably won't like, but I would definitely love to play this with my friends. But I can just do it on the app, which if you have a chance, absolutely go check out the app. It was released today. It is $3.99. At least that's how much it is on the iOS store. I assume it's the same on the Google Play Store. Go pick this app up. It has a great tutorial, and you can play Moloch or the Outpost. So Moloch is at my front door. That is very true. Yeah, not in stock. Well, who knows? Everybody, y'all can make this happen. If we can go out and make sure that this app just sells like crazy and demand is high, maybe there will be a reprint in the future. Who knows? But that being said, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to hop off. Next in line, we have some Neuroshima Hex gameplay. We are going to be the troglodytes are going to be playing, and I think Eric said he was going to be involved with that. So I apologize, Eric. I'm getting off to make sure that you have enough time to set up everything. No technical difficulties. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure and stick around for our next stream. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's David and Eric. So that is going to be really fun. I'm going to tune in for that because that's going to be cool. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to sign off and make sure and come back in 5 minutes, and you will get to see some cool Neuroshima gameplay. Bye, everybody.